Okay. Sell it all.
Okay, enough of the nonsense. Let's get into the charts. Today we're going to be talking about 3 scenarios on the charts, and then at the end we're going to be doing trade possibilities like usual. Now, starting on the 4-hourly time frame on our main scenario, we have this WXY. A WXY with a leading diagonal in W, a general standard X, and then an ABC in Y. Now, or a WXY in Y. Now, WXY is a general 3-wave structure in every single move. So, as you can see in this W, we have a 3-wave move. In this X, another 3-wave move. And then in this Y, we are waiting for a 3-wave move. We have had the wave A down. We now have finished the wave B up, in my opinion, and now we are heading in that C wave to the downside. So if we go to the 1-hourly time frame on this chart, we are in now the ABC. Now in this C wave, we should see a 5-wave structure to the downside. This would be counted as an impulse. An impulse is where we have a 5-wave move up. So something like this. Now, a 5-wave move would be this counted as a wave 1. We'll go into the lower term time frames now. A wave 2 up, a wave 3 following this down, a 4 and a 5. So if we go to the 15-minute time frame, you can see this being played out. At the moment, we have had an impulsive move to the downside. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finishing that first wave 1. Now we are seeing quite a retracement. Possible A up, a B down, and a C up. The C wave would target the 1-to-1 extension from the low of wave A to the top to the low of wave B. Now the 1-to-1 would sit at, let's see, $62,057. That would be the target for this wave 2. Then after that, we should see massive continuation to the downside in that larger degree wave 3. This entire move should target this fair value gap on the hourly time frame, starting at about $47,800 to $43,000. That's where it could around end. But that is our main scenario on the charts. Then our second scenario is another unfinished WXY, except where this Y is a triangle. Now, a triangle would be an A wave down, B wave up, a 3-wave move in C, 3 in D, 3 in E, and then shoot off to that very, very high bull market target. So that is what would happen in this finished WXY, but we still need to wait until the D wave is in to confirm a triangle. Now, at the moment, we have a 3-wave structure in A, a 3-wave in B, and now if this is broken and we do head past this A wave low, we should see this triangle break. That would mean an invalidation. But as long as price remains above the low of this A wave, sitting at 48,900, this is still a very high possibility to do. Now, on the third scenario on the chart, we have an unfinished B. Now remember, on the first chart, I labeled this B over here, and we would then see continuation straight in that C wave. But it is possible that B is not yet finished, and we have another WXY in B. Remember, WXY is the 3-wave structures. W up, an expanding flat in X, and then 3 waves in wave Y. So that would finish off the B, and we would then head lower. But if we do zoom in to this hourly time frame, X needs to, at this point, take the low of A at minimum. So we are still targeting on this time frame or this scenario to move past $56,000 to the downside. Wave X cannot touch the 0.7 at 52,756, as this would invalidate this entire scenario, and then the likelihood we are moving straight down in that C wave is a lot higher. So do keep an eye on this scenario too. Then on an Elliott Wave channel, we've drawn out this channel on the 4-hourly time frame from the lows over here. If you see from down here at 16,000 to this high at 31 to the low of 24. So this channel has acted as crucial support and resistance for a while now, as you can see here, finding resistance off these top levels, support off the middle line multiple times, and then resistance off these levels too, so, or support as well. So at the moment, price has crashed through the middle line. That means I do expect for price to actually move down to this white line. But what is very interesting is at the moment, this white line is sitting at our perfect target for that wave C, sitting at $45,000 is where this white line is aimed for. So that would be a very, very interesting move coming down to that crucial support area and then bouncing off into those new bull market highs. So do keep an eye on this Elliott Wave channel too. On fair value gaps, we have a few fair value gaps at the moment. This was a crucial resistance, but at the moment, the second time that a fair value gap is touched, often it is broken through. So if price were to touch this fair value gap at $55,000, we should go straight through it. There's another fair value gap sitting perfectly at our area at $57,800 to $54,000. That is the target I am looking at for this next move. But if we were to take to the upside again as a possible B, we would target this fair value gap at the top, as this is the only one that has yet to be hit. There are a few more as we go to lower prices, but we don't look at those until this one has failed. At the moment, this one is the one to be keeping an eye on. These two here are weekly gaps. Now for trade possibilities on our main scenario, starting on the 4-hourly time frame, I would wait until this entire 5-wave move is finished, longing from this fair value gap sitting at 47,800 to 43,000. You can enter like a triangle. In a triangle entry strategy, you have small longs from the top of the fair value gap, and as you get deeper in, you take bigger longs, setting your stop loss at the low of that fair value gap. Now, on the hourly time frame, I would short from the top of wave 2. So if you missed this entry at the Y wave, as we marked off at that 0.618 on the chart, the next entry is for you to short at the top of the wave 2, targeting that 1-to-1 at $62,057. You can short from there, targeting that wave 3 move. So do short from here, setting your stop loss at the 886 of this range at 64,209. Then on the 15-minute time frame, I would not take a trade. I would take the same trade as the hourly time frame, as it is quite an up and down movement, and this wave 2 might even go over the entire weekend. So I would not take a trade on the 15-minute, only on the hourly, shorting from the top of wave 2. So you can copy that in the 15-minute as well. But thank you so much, guys, for watching. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's growing really nicely. I really appreciate everyone's support. Thank you so much. It's been Max Trades Crypto. Cheers, guys.